For that tonight, Russia has signed a final agreement with Slovenia, paving the way for the South Stream gas pipeline project. Prime Minister Vladimir Putin says all European partners involved are now fully on board. It should see Russian natural gas pumped through Slovenia to northern Italy from 2015. It will eventually mean an uninterrupted fuel flow to Europe, and comes after deals were sealed for a similar North Stream project just last week. Well, both will avoid transit countries like Ukraine, which have disrupted winter gas supplies in recent years. Let's get more now from Vladimir Fagin from the Institute of Energy and Finance in Moscow. Come see us this Saturday night. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. Slovenia was the last to sign the dotted line. They have now done it. What was the delay?
No, it is not easy, of course, to reach all these agreements with all these potentially new transit countries and so on. Yeah, and of course it was and it is a pressure from the EU to push forward Nabucco project, which potentially is partly competing and partly supporting maybe additional flows to Europe. So each country had to make its either choice or to join maybe potentially both. I see that maybe crucial things were that Hungary, which was one of the main supporters of Nabucco, it is still already is in South Stream, and Slovenia is. So it was work successfully done by Russian side.
So it seems it's all systems go now. Hot on the heels, as I mentioned, of the final green light for the North Stream project just last week. What difference are these two massive pipelines going to make to energy security in Europe?
No, I think it's potentially, of course, huge difference, because the total capacity of these both lines, it's 118 BCM a year. It's approximately the same volumes which are now going through Ukraine. Of course, the total supply of Russian gas will increase somehow, but nevertheless, it is promising that will be a huge diversity. It's real diversification. It is the alternative routes. It's a flexibility of supply potential. Yeah. So I think when it comes on stream with both pipelines, which will be a totally different picture from point of view of European consumers. It will be a huge system, partly or half, let's say, absolutely new. It's not of Soviet time. It's what maybe President Medvedev told, we have to develop new infrastructure.
Of course, it sounds like a great plan, it looks like a great plan, but everything costs money, and times are very tight for countries across Europe and for Russia right now. Do you think the fact that it's going to cost such a lot of money, and we're in the middle of a financial crisis right across Europe, is going to affect that 2015 deadline when they say it'll be on stream? Do you think the reality is that it'll be sometime in the future after that?
First of all, of course, we are not fully aware how the economical crisis will evolve, and we believe it will not that long, of course, so maybe 1 year more, couple of years more, but the project looks much further. Secondly, of course, both projects will be developed in stages. We know 2 stages on North Stream, and onshore part of South Stream will be 2 pipelines as well, and offshore will consist of even much more, I believe, lines. All has to be developed through the feasibility study, so it will confirm. So it will be done in stages. I believe that it will be done in line with how demand is evolving in Europe. So it all may be adjusted, but until the agreements are in place, it is all in heavens. It is not in reality. Now it is coming to reality, and so when it is in the hands of those who support it, who will make investments and so on, how quickly it has to be done, how massive it is. So a lot of opportunities in parallel.
Well, we'll be tracking the progress, of course, here at RT, the #1 station across the world in English, to track all the events in Russia. Thanks very much for now. Vladimir Fagin of the Institute of Energy and Finance here in Moscow. Good to see you.
Thank you.